Welcome back, sports fans, to another exciting episode of the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, of course, as always, joined by my co-host, Little Bro Coop and Big Boy, and then joined by special guests again, Kobe.
You made it again, boys. Clap it up for him.
2 weeks in a row. That's a record.
Houston. Actually, this is three now.
This is three.
Houston.
Yeah.
Texans.
He's rocking it.
I went
Big
off
deal,
the big
bro.
trade. We'll talk about it. Last week. Great episode. Tuning in later is going to be our first roundtable chat, female athlete edition. Going to be a good one. We got track star over at Vanderbilt, so stay tuned for that. Up the next 2 weeks, so we got them locked in. Won't say the names. We'll say the schools though, because they're kind of big time schools, guys. I mean, we got both of them play softball. One goes to Texas A&M, and one goes to the University of Texas. So no big deal there. But that's coming up next couple weeks. Stay tuned for those. But we're gonna have to talk about these Texans, everything else going on in the NFL. I saw a Falcons hype video today on TikTok, and it was from their first team meeting today. And let's just say I'm on the Falcons bandwagon.
Have you seen all the memes about Kurt being in Atlanta? Dude, they're funny as heck. Man.
Yeah. The chains and the hat under the side and all that.
Yeah.
But how are we doing, boys?
Put my seatbelt on.
Put your seatbelt on, man. Be safe.
Come on, man.
I am so unprofessional.
Gosh.
How are we feeling?
Hey, speaking of track and field, y'all keep in mind, I'm trying really hard to get my friend, man. He's a USA track and field star. He just won gold for the 100, the 4x1. His name is JT Smith. JT, if you're watching this, get on the pod, son. Please.
Come on, JT.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We need him.
Texas relays just happened. Is he from your high school? Is he from your school?
From my high school, he played running back, man. He's by far the fastest kid I've ever seen.
Well, I would say if he's in the Olympics, he's probably pretty fast.
But he's definitely gotten way faster. I did not think it was possible, but dude.
Where'd he go to school?
He went to A&M Commerce, and he won everything there, dude. And then went pro, and he just won gold at some huge. So,
cool. Yeah,
JT, let's go.
Let's go. But we're going to talk about some NFL action here. And then, of course, later on, it is final 4 weekend of March Madness. It feels like there hasn't been a game forever. But final 4 weekend for men's, of course, we got the Cinderella of the year, number 11, NC State, taking on number 1, Purdue. Battle of the big men there. That's like a Yao Ming versus Shaq action going on.
I want to see big boy from NC State dominate.
I know. I hope. I would love NC State to win, and then Bama to beat UConn. NC State Bama final. No one had that on their bingo card.
Yeah,
I would love it. I would absolutely love that.
I want to see that kid try to play pro football.
Adam Schefter put something out that they asked him. He's like, "No, I don't play football."
Oh no.
Yeah, he got feet though for sure.
Hell yeah, he's got feet.
That's funny.
Texans will sign him probably, but. Before we get to the Texans, and then we got
that's more of a Cowboy signing because he won't be a mouth to shit. That's more like it.
And then we got the women's Final Four, number 1 Iowa, Kobe's alma mater, not alma mater, but should be his alma mater. Versus number 3 UConn, and then
with the leather strap,
number 1 South Carolina versus number 3 NC State, who just took down the Longhorns this past weekend, but. Packed weekend for March Madness. All should be pretty good games filled with some stars. Kobe was just talking about he's a Caitlin Clark fan, but then he mentioned he has something to say. So why don't you tell us what you have to say?
I seriously have a topic that I need to get y'all's opinion. I was talking to my friend, and I'm not saying he can't hoop. Okay, he played freshman, he played JV, but I don't think
she would kill him.
He genuinely. And he's about 5'11", 6 foot, maybe 160, right? He's got handles.
I don't care.
But he didn't play varsity, and he genuinely believes if him and Caitlin Clark played, if he got the ball first, he could put up 4 to 5 points.
No.
I said, dude,
He wouldn't score a point.
she's the leading scorer of all time for men. I don't care if
She would break his ankles.
That's ridiculous, man. Thank y'all. He literally he genuinely believes that he could put up points on her.
I mean, they just played a very good LSU team, and she put up 40, almost
41.
40 something, yeah.
41.
against that team. Those girls.
Listen, most of the girls, they'll play guys in practice.
Yeah.
They have squads, and those guys that play them are cold, or will go to any regular park and bowl.
That's how it is here. The practice team is 5 guys.
They're cold. There's guys, if they went to the gym at the school, they're going to ball.
They're guys that would try to walk on to the team and probably could make it if they wanted to, but
his thing is he was the basketball trainer at Texas A&M, right? Yes, at Texas A&M, and he said that he would play rec with their women's team when they were good and and he said that those girls would get smoked against guys.
It's not the best. It's not the best ever, though.
And I don't know if I believe him.
Sport.
Ever.
So,
and I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah. No.
Right.
So, I could say I did a lot of things if nobody was there. Now, when they try to compare, like, D1, men, the guys that are really playing out there, and like D1 girls, no, that's a different story. And all this Caitlin Clark, because she played in the NBA, no, like she couldn't. She can shoot, but when it comes to everything else, they'd be on her so quick. But the average guy, unless he was a legit basketball player, like played college and probably higher college.
That'd be like Coop. That'd be like Coop going and say that like he could get a hit or like a barrel off of like an OU or Texas softball pitcher.
But that's even totally different. You know what I mean? Like basketball, they can break their ankles. Yeah, I mean, Kat Osterman, when they were striking out Derek Jeter and all that, that's a different type of story. But I don't believe your homeboy, especially if he's 5'11", he's going to get smoked. Caitlin Clark will back him down and let him know that.
He's literally her size.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't see a regular guy, that didn't, he was good on freshman B team. That's awesome. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
He can get hot, but no. Yeah.
But can you even get it off? I mean, she isn't the best defender, but she's a dog, man. You could tell, like, when it started getting close, she would play defense, and she ripped Reese twice. I saw. I mean, she wasn't going to lose that game.
That matchup, that LSU game drew some TV views. The Final Four matchup with her and then UConn and their star girl too, because Paige Beckers was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Paige Beckers had that name before she got hurt for the year last year. That was like her shine, and then Caitlin Clark took it over. But I mean, those two going after each other are going to be good.
Yeah. Did you see the LSU, the blonde girls transferring?
She needs to go to play for Vic. We got Roy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, she needs to come to OU so I can sell some season tickets. People want to come watch her.
Yeah. What they were calling with the Dragon Lady. She looks like that chick from the Dragon Show. Or Terrius or something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Go, and you're rocking the hat. I think it's time we talk about this. I know, big boy, you're sad. It's a rough time to be a Cowboy, because there is truly a new team in Texas, and that's the Houston Texans.
They got to do it on the field.
And they have a fantasy offense. You could pick their offense as a fantasy team. You got CJ Stroud, you got Joe Mixon, you got Stephon Diggs, you
Keep
got
talking,
Nico
Coop.
Collins, you
Keep
got
talking,
Tank
Coop.
Dell, and you got Dalton Schultz. That is a fantasy team if I've ever heard. And on top of that, with a healthy offensive line coming in there,
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Genuinely,
not only that, Cope, let me finish. One of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL.
Stud.
Come on. Well,
So-
give me your thoughts on that. Rise,
I-
Houston, rise. Let's go. Let's hear it, Cope.
I will tell you one thing. I am so excited to have healthy offensive linemen that are not third stringers. I'm so excited. And two, yes, to me, he's a top 3 offensive coordinator, but it sucks, man, because he's gone. I'm telling you, our offense is about to explode. He's gone. He's going to the Cowboys, and he's going to be the Cowboys. The Cowboys go. So I'm telling you right now.
But hey, it don't matter. He's there this year, though.
Exactly. And we got Gerard Johnson as quarterback coach. So as soon as Slowick leaves, we got Gerard.
Well,
so,
I mean, people were saying the same thing about Lions guy, and he's kept sticking around. So
yeah.
Some of these coaches like that, they can be picky nowadays. They don't want to go through these crap shoots with like Carolina and shit.
Yeah.
No, man. One thing, check this out. We got the 7-1-3 connection. We got Stroud number 7. Stephon Diggs is wearing 1, and we got Tank Dell at 3.
What is this, high school, bro? What are we doing here?
Oh my! You're
7-1-3 connection. Come on, dude. Get
such
out.
a damn hater, dude.
I am scared though. Hey, man, it's and more came out about the trade and what exactly it entails. How they gave him extra money, but it's only a 1-year deal. I mean, that's what going all in is. And you're talking about your offensive coordinator will be gone. If y'all get a ring, it don't matter. And y'all literally, I mean, y'all are going to be in the mix, man.
Tied for 3rd for the best odds right now.
That's
wow.
When was the last time the Texans were ever 3rd?
Never.
What were they before? Do you know?
Kobe sent it to us. Let me see if I can pull it up.
We went from like 25 to 1 or maybe 20 to 1 to 10 to 1, I believe now.
Wow,
so
that's huge, man.
But
did you jump on it early?
It went from 22 to 1 to 10 to 1.
He got so sad when he said that. He goes, no.
Wow.
But yeah, dude, if you look at all of the moves that involve that trade and all the other trades, I can't tell you what it is exactly, but it's something along the lines of we traded our 1st round pick for Stephon Diggs, a 2nd rounder, and a 5th round. Like, we literally just traded out of the 1st round and got a 2nd, Stephon Diggs, and 2 other picks.
And they were saying today that actually the Texans went to the Vikings to make everyone thought the Vikings were the one that made that trade happen. They were saying the Texans went to them so they could make this all happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't see that. Wow.
I don't know, man. Y'all's GM is great, and I love what he did. Even though I can't stand the Texans, I will get a baby blue hat, like I said, because I love baby blue and it's going to be clean. But no, it's hey, man, that's the definition of going all in and saying let's do this. And more power to y'all, man. Good job.
And the brothers get to play each other this year now.
Yeah. And they're not far. They can go hang out in Huntsville or something. Go have dinner.
In Huntsville, what the hell are they going to do in Huntsville?
They can go hang out. I was about halfway, I think.
Dude, I've been to Huntsville. There ain't shit.
There's a restaurant. There's a school.
Oh, whoa. Nah, man. We like genuinely have excitement for the first time, but it's excitement that there's a reason to be excited. Like there's lots of reasons. There's been great signings, great trades, great structures on the contract. Like I genuinely think that we won the offseason and it's not even close.
2 years in a row. Y'all won it last year too. Y'all had great trades last year, great draft. I mean,
draft picks was big.
They've been the most active the last 2 years, period.
Think about the draft picks last year. They were both rookie of the years, offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. Both the draft picks. So
that right there is unheard of, dude.
And they still have I mean, not really. I mean, it's kind of unheard of, but the year before that was the same team did the same thing. But
hey, shut up.
No, but rolling over to that, we can come back to the Texans, but Stephon Diggs is out of Buffalo. Does Josh Allen rely on Stephon Diggs and those receivers?
Of course.
I know you're really heavy in this. What do you have thoughts on that?
And Gabe Davis is gone. So we're going to see what your boy really is, if he's really a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
You know,
how essential was Diggs to Allen was the question.
Well, he had 18 picks last year. So we'll see. And I think he had 9 fumbles. So 27 turnovers there by himself.
Bro, that to me, like, yes, he had 18 picks, but remember the game? I think they played the Jets and he threw like 4 or 5 picks in one game. Like, I'm not saying it's a fluke for him to throw 4 picks in a game, but I just feel like we could watch the tape and I bet you a lot of those picks weren't his fault, man.
But would you say the same thing about Dak? No, you wouldn't, because you're a hater like that. And if you look at the stats, Josh Allen gives the ball up so many times. He's played 94 games, has 78 interceptions, 59 fumbles.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know your boy Dak? He's played 114. He has 74 interceptions and 56 fumbles. So in 20 games less, he has more picks, more fumbles, less touchdowns. But nobody wants to talk about that.
He's the Giancarlo Stanton of pro football. Either 500-foot homer or just strikes out like 13 straight times.
But that's a top 5 quarterback to you?
When he's on, dude, I would take Josh Allen over anyone besides 2 quarterback or 3. Yes. When he's on, he's got more talent than
when anyone's on, you would. I mean, when anyone's on, like if they're throwing, I mean, you take freaking Alex Smith. I don't know. You take Trevor Lawrence. If he was just on, Trevor Lawrence would be great. Like, how often are you on though? And it's just, that's kind of my point. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's a big white kid and he can run the ball and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, look at the stats, man.
I mean, we'll for sure find out this year. So,
yeah. Well, but hey, real quick, speaking of Lawrence, I saw something today. Since they drafted Lawrence, Minshew in the exact amount of games, Minshew has more yards, better rating, more touchdowns, and less picks. I'm just saying, dude.
Lawrence they're talking about on the McAfee show the other day how like scared Jags fans should be because Lawrence has not improved or like gotten better over the last 2 years whatsoever.
Dude, he shows flashes that it's like, hey, that's why they drafted that kid at pick 1. That's why he was a top. But that type of hype that he had, he should be a top 10 quarterback right now, and he's not. So
you need help too. In the first year, he didn't really have help. Last year, I mean, you know, he lost Ridley. I mean, you know, I think he can be good, but and he's tough, man. I think he's tough as nails, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I want to see what Joshy boy does.
Me too, man. It's gonna be and that's something else right there. Now we know the Bills in the first round are taking any wide receiver. 100%. 100%.
What pick do they have, I wonder? Y'all know?
It's like 28.
I think it's 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be tricky.
Because they're saying AD. They're saying that's what a lot of people have them going to.
Yeah.
But
I could see that.
Yeah, they're drafting AD Mitchell.
Yeah, they might.
Or Worthy.
And whoever they draft is going to be the number one receiver on the team. So,
yeah.
I mean, they do. The good thing is they do have 2 tight ends. So they
have good tight ends. Yeah.
That, and I will say this. Curtis Samuel isn't that bad. He can genuinely be a good number 2, but
you gotta
don't say number 1.
Yeah, you gotta.
But whoever is the guy is going to be number 1. So
yeah,
if you have to be, I mean, you just run the triple option.
I think
see what Allen really got.
I think if they had to pick, they would need AD Mitchell over Worthy. Like if you had to pick between the two on which one would fit better on that team.
He's more of a possession receiver. Like you could be that. I think Worthy, if he goes to Kansas City and it helps him, oh boy, got in that car wreck. I mean, he could be like, yes, like that might seal the deal,
Yeah.
I saw a thing. It was like Patrick Mahomes crying that he found out that it was Rice instead of Tony.
No, it's that was dangerous. That could have been bad, man.
That was so bad.
Could have been bad.
At least he's came forward with everything, so it's going to save him some time for sure. I saw today they're thinking like 6 games or so.
Well, and the thing is let's say he did it and he didn't walk away. Now, me personally, the only reason I'm running away is because I'm lit. Yeah. I'm drunk or I'm high, and so I'm getting out of there.
Well, there's that, but I saw something that a witness at the scene said that they went back to their cars, grabbed machine guns and bags. So that could be why too.
I heard a gun, but at the same time, it's Texas, man. You can have a gun. He's not a felon.
Bro, I got 3 in my truck right now.
Exactly. I mean, I think everybody carries one. So
but it's what was in those bags?
Yeah.
His practice gear.
Well, they did say cleats. They said he grabbed cleats, but I don't know,
So that's such a stupid move that's so dumb, man.
Or just you got your boy.
And it was
don't get out of here, take this, and I'm gonna stay here, unless you're lit.
And because it was a rented car that he rented.
Oh shit! It was
the Ferrari or the Lamborghini was
whatever it was. Yeah, the one that he crashed. Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the gambling thing with the basketball player?
Yeah,
the NBA guy.
Listen, dude,
on his player props.
Yes.
Yes. There's
he's
no
stupid.
doubt that
He's so stupid.
Listen, maybe it wasn't him, but it was his cousin. There was I'm not going to play today. Put $80,000 so we can win 1.2. One of them was $80,000 to win 1.2.
Yeah, they act like that's not going to catch the eye of somebody when his over under for points is like 3.
And it's not like it's LeBron. It's some guy that nobody else is betting on. You know what I mean?
Like what?
That's crazy.
His brother's in the league too.
Yeah, dude, his brother's good.
Yeah,
but I got 2 things about that. One, that's not going to stop until they throw.
It's only going to get bigger.
In prison. You literally. It sounds extreme. That is breaking the law, and they need to throw those dudes in prison because that's losing people lots of fucking money, man. Lots of money. And 2, he's not the only one. I guarantee you, there's hundreds of football.
And all sports,
hundreds.
Especially now that college is getting paid.
And college guys, you can do it on
college are the guys that are the ones I mean, look at Iowa State last year.
Especially like college guys as buddies. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's and with gambling getting so easy, you know, it's not like, you know, when we were growing up, you had to know a guy and make the bet. But like, I mean, it's you just get on your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
An app. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
What does that say?
I can't read it. Penix. What does it say?
The Vikings flew out their entire staff for a private workout with Penix in Seattle.
I like Penix, man.
The Vikings.
So they have pick 11, and then we gave them pick 23. So where do y'all think that?
It would have to be.
They would take him at 11.
Have to, right?
Yeah, because you can't risk not getting him if that's your guy.
Yeah.
Unless like you trade it up from 23. Couple.
Yeah.
But then who you getting at 11? Like
him at pick 11 is high and all, but I'm a firm believer. If you want your guy and you like him, go screw it.
Who's their quarterback right now?
They have Hall from BYU.
They signed someone. Who they signed?
They signed somebody.
Fuck.
I don't know. That's bad sportscasting, boys.
No,
Who did they
I
sign?
don't remember who they signed.
It's Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Well, they got to go get Michael Penix here, boys.
Sam
They better
Darnold.
fly the whole staff out there. I like Sam Darnold, though.
Sam Darnold, Jaron Hall, and Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
They
you might
gotta
want to
go.
get somebody. You might want to get one of them in the draft.
Gotta go.
Fast.
You think they're going to keep JJ?
I heard why, but if they're in a rebuild mode, trade his ass for 2 first-rounders, man.
Yeah.
Save a shit ton of money, and you literally stack your future.
Yeah.
I don't believe in, which I'm saying this after my team just traded for a star. I don't believe in paying star wide receivers. Like, I truly don't.
They got him for a second round. Like, they got him for 1 second, and the money's not crazy. Even they gave him the extra money. The money is not bad.
Though. That's the thing. That's the key thing, that he wanted to get out already. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, you think JJ's not wanting to get out when Sam Darnold's throwing him ducks?
True.
He's like, let me get.
Well, that's what they came out and said, that the Bengals and Jamar Chase have been waiting on to see what kind of action and money Jefferson gets, if he gets a long-term deal from Minnesota or if he gets traded, and like what his contract is. That's why Jamar and the Bengals haven't signed yet.
See, that's one thing about the Bengals, man. Their little window when like the Texans are in right now, when the quarterback's cheap and everybody's cheap, like you got to hit on that unless it is so, you know.
I saw a thing today on Twitter, and it was good. It was like, it was either 20. What year did Dak come in the league?
Dak?
Yeah.
He's been in there 8 years. So
he got drafted 2016. So I think it was 2016. I think it was the 2018 season. I think they showed of Dak. So he was playing by then, and like they showed like his like wide receiver corps and like weapons and stuff. And we're comparing it to like how these teams have been doing now with like quarterbacks who are talented on a rookie deal and like loading them up with talented dudes, like, and actually paying dudes. And it was insane how they just did not spend anything for him, even when he was on his rookie deal.
No, and Dak was a 4th rounder, dude. Tony Romo and Dak were both lucky. It was just straight luck. There was no like, hey, this is our next guy. It's like, it's the 4th round. Let's pick him. What, Tony Romo was 6th, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just luck. It was pure luck. It's like, that's why everyone talks about get rid of Dak. Okay. Who you got?
Right.
Trey Lance? That's who you got right now, Trey Lance. That one of the best offensive minds said, no, I can't deal with him. I mean, seriously, like that's I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. the little rumor mill, and if it's true, we need to just go ahead and trade Micah, keep CD, and get all the draft picks we can. And they're saying Dion and his son are coming.
What?
And that's the little rumor around Texas. And the thing is, it makes a lot of sense because you know what? It's going to sell a lot of tickets. A lot
of course. And if there's any owner who's going to sign, or
Jerry would be like, hell yeah. I'm
100%.
buying another yacht. I'm buying another yacht, baby. Because I don't care about winning.
Wow. I didn't even have that thought, but that would be insane. Picture if Colorado next year does really good, right? Y'all fire Mike McCarthy. Dude, I could see it happening.
I don't want it. I mean, what is Dion? I like Dion. Don't get me wrong. I think he did it right. I think he's a good leader of men. But he has not won anything. He didn't even win a championship when he was at Jackson State. He didn't win championships. He lost. With Travis Hunter, his son that probably could have been a D1 quarterback, and other guys that were, high-level D1 transfers.
Yeah.
So
you're completely right. And I think I think he's great for college. He's that guy. He can hang with the bros. He can all that. But pros ain't gonna put up with that shit.
But see, the thing about it is Dion knows how to be in the locker room, and Dion will get that respect automatically. Now, as far as the discipline and stuff, I mean, is he gonna? He knows what it's like to be a pro at the top level.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, some say best ever, could be the best ever. So he knows how to treat pros. So me personally, I wouldn't worry about that part of him trying to treat these NFL guys like kids, like Nick Saban tried and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't know, bro. I mean, it's all on the staff you get to me and all that. But don't get it twisted. If him and Jerry have had those conversations, Jerry's like, yeah, we're doing it. They would not talk all off season. There would be 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day talking about what's going to happen next season. They would be on 10 primetime games.
It just seems like that's what I think Jerry wants the hype and the talk more than an actual Super Bowl. I don't think he cares about Super Bowls.
Listen, if Jerry, I think that now too. I truly do. I truly used to think he wanted to show that he didn't need Jimmy and all that stuff. Listen, Jerry's good with going 8-8 and being talked about every day. Because something I bought, like I've said 100 times, for what, $200 million is now worth $10 billion. And it's just going up. Jerry would love it.
Yeah.
Jerry would love it.
That's literally the best investment of all time.
Oh, yeah. I sold everything.
Did you see what the did you see what the Dallas mayor said
about Kansas City?
Oh yeah, there's no way he would let that shit happen.
No
Jerry would say, "I will have a sniper shoot you before that happens."
Jerry probably hates that the Mavericks are there. Like
right,
and that they got those new owners that are richer than he is. He probably hates that shit.
That's when they talk about, San Antonio maybe being a place of an NFL team and stuff like that. Jerry ain't gonna let that happen. Yeah. He didn't want Houston to come.
Yeah. Well, there won't be another one in Texas. No shot. Not enough.
I doubt it, but I mean,
I will say this, man. San Antonio is growing so fast. It's the place.
They have the UFL team. That's good.
And it's so close to Austin. So even if you're a fan, I mean, San Antonio an hour away, like with traffic now.
They're talking about Austin for NBA expansion because they're supposed to be doing NBA expansion here in the next couple of years, where it's like 2 brand new teams, not like teams relocating, but 2 brand new teams. And Austin's on like the top 5 list for two teams.
That'd be wild.
Well, I'm just saying, but I have a NBA 2K franchise expansion with the Austin Aces. So I mean, I don't want to. Yeah.
No, if they got a really did get a pro football team, they need to put it like in New Braunfels, the stadium, like out there somewhere. So it's in between San Antonio and Austin.
What about just like San
Beautiful.
Marcos? San
Yeah,
Marcos.
San Marcos. Yeah.
Oh my! It'd be the prettiest stadium of all
Yeah,
time.
man.
That'd be wild.
Have it right there on the river.
Yeah. Well, going to our next segment. It's a new segment. Start, bench, cut.
Are we going back to this?
Ooh, I'm excited.
I got y'all. I'm gonna get. I got a couple for y'all. We can either hit them all right now. I got more. It's ongoing. But with the draft coming up, I got QBs in this year's draft. You got to start one. You got to bench one. You got to cut one. Okay. Caleb's a lock, so he's not in this. Okay. So, first one: Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and JJ McCarthy. Start, bench, cut. Go. One of y'all. Take it over.
I start. You ain't gonna like this. Start JJ. I bench Jalen, and I cut Drake. I'm not sold on Drake.
What?
He's Josh Allen 2.0, but
You
worse.
think McCarthy is the best out of all three
I
of
think,
them?
man, something about JJ, man. I like him, dude. I like him. He's a winner. Maybe I'm falling into the hype, but dude, something about him, man.
I just keep getting Zach Wilson vibes. I don't know why.
He ain't Zach Wilson. He ain't no mental midget like that.
I keep getting Zach Wilson.
He ain't from BYU. He ain't seeing his first cougar and going crazy. That boy done had some cougars. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm telling you, something about him, man, is mental. I think.
Yeah, no, yeah, man, you're spot on, and it's like I want to be sold on the kid, and I've seen him play, man. He's got 3 or 4 plays in every game where he makes a throw, and it's like, holy shit, like you see why, but you look at the team. And his team every year at Michigan was stacked. Yeah. And you can't really say that about any other quarterback.
Oh, really? Those 2 receivers at LSU are trash. I mean, they're both first rounders, but hey, yeah, they're trash.
I was literally saying besides Jaden Daniels. So
but Drake May.
So what are you doing, Kobe?
Man, I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna start May, bench Jaden Daniels, but I don't know because I'm not high on Jaden Daniels either. Like I see him as he didn't do shit for his first 3 or 4 years. Then he transferred to LSU with a fantastic program, a fantastic team with great players to throw to, and he's. I don't know. He can run, but I'm just not. So I might switch JJ and him.
That's kind of why I'm going. Start JJ, bench Drake.
Oh, both.
Yeah, you starting to feel it, ain't you?
Bench.
I'm with you, Cobb.
I'm benching Drake May, and I'm cutting Jalen Daniels. I think Jalen Daniels is only going to work out in the league if there's only going to be one perfect team that he has to go to. And if it's not that right team that fits him, not going to be good.
Who are they saying? The Patriots for him?
Patriots or Washington?
Washington, man.
That's 2 and 3.
So, I don't know what this really means, but I feel like this is kind of a sign almost every time. JJ McCarthy's odds to go pick 2 to Washington have rocketed.
Yep.
And they don't change lines like that for no reason. Like literally, like there's some inside source, there's something. I don't know. I don't know.
And to me, JJ, if you like Brock Purdy, I think you love him. I think he's like that. I think he's one of those guys that he's going to be a leader. He's going to be good about it. He's going to be quiet, and he's just going to go to work. And, he doesn't now. Wherever he goes, is it going to have the weapons that San Francisco has. But to me, he's like, as everyone says, game manager. That's what I saw about him. But like
Washington
Michael,
would be the best out of all those teams.
They got receivers,
weapons wise.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because you put JJ in Minnesota.
I think Minnesota, if they would re-sign,
he ain't gonna be there by the time Minnesota goes.
That's the thing, unless Minnesota jumps up.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what I was about to bring up before we go to Coops, was obviously because Commanders have 2, Patriots have 3, so that's 3. Someone's going to trade up in the 4 spots. Someone's going to trade with the Cardinals. Who do we think is going to trade up to the 4 spot? Do we think it's going to be the Vikings, or do we think it's going to be like the Giants move up from 6? Or
the Cardinals need a receiver, so they can't go too far back because they want a top receiver.
Yeah,
I think 4 to 6 with the Giants would be their smartest move. Then, I mean, you already need a receiver. You can still get either of those receivers at pick 6.
Yeah,
let them sit. Let whoever sit a year behind Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
I mean, you paid them. Like you got to. There's probably so much dead money. Like the Cowboys are going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
I mean, who are you going to trade? I mean, at least Dak, somebody would probably take him. Daniel Jones, I don't think nobody's taking him, bro. Like,
yeah, especially the contract.
Yeah, hell no.
Coop.
I'll say mine real quick, and then we'll go to another one. I'm starting Drake May. I'm a big fan of Drake May. I love his arm. He has a great arm. I'm a big fan of Drake May. I'm bitching J.J. McCarthy. I'm cutting Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is overrated in my opinion. Shouldn't have won the Heisman in my opinion. He lost his 3 biggest games. Got his ass beat to Florida State. Got his ass beat by Ole Miss. And got his ass beat by Alabama. His 3 big games, he didn't win. So
I truly love when you get so hyped up.
Animated. Let me tell you.
I love when Cooper gets hyped up like that. Nah, dude, I agree. If you watch May, not last year, but the year before, there was an argument that him and Caleb, dude, there was a very big argument going into this past year. Who's the number 1 quarterback? And you can say that May had a down year, etc. Dude, that kid's got all the talent in the world still. He's good. I would take Drake May over every quarterback in the draft besides Caleb. And I may even take him over Caleb.
Wow.
Dude,
that's crazy.
He's a stud, man.
That's wild.
You know who my sleeper sneaky Cowboys need to draft in like the 3rd?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You know who?
Position?
Huh?
What position?
Quarterback.
Well, it's a 3rd round pick. After all the shit they need.
Oh, Spencer Rattler. Dude, I'm so with you on Rattler, Ryan. I don't care what people say, blah, blah, blah. If you got a kid who was unanimously going to go pick 1 as a damn fucking freshman and that dude has arm talent as much as anyone in the draft, but it's mentally.
So if you're listening to this, I just thought of this. If you're Minnesota, why don't you just draft what you need at 11 and 27 and draft Spencer Rattler in the 2nd or 3rd round and pair him with that coach and their offense?
And don't forget, dude, which I'm not high on him, but they drafted Jaron Hall out of BYU last year.
Yeah.
They might like him, and and
if it's somebody, I am a big proponent of, unless it's a lock, let them sit for a year. Let them sit, let them learn, let them fall to the background so nobody's talking about him and just really learn how to be a pro.
Watch from the NFL sidelines and see how. Yes.
And that's how it used to be. Like most first, you weren't playing. It wasn't like it is now where That's what is impressive about CJ and like how Joe Burrow did, and
Yep.
I guess Tua, if you want to say that, all that, but you know, it's because Dak sat.
Yeah.
He sat behind Tony, so I mean, I think that helped him. And
See, but that's also kind of different because I didn't think that y'all even really expected Dak to be that guy.
not at all.
No.
Like I said, him and Romo were both like, "Oh shit, this
Yeah.
kid actually can play."
Dude, I remember when Romo fumbled on the field goal against the Seahawks, and then he started that next year. And that next year, he took off. Yeah.
I remember when Parcells, everyone was talking about you need to play Romo because he had played mop-up time in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And Parcells was like, he's not ready. And then they let him, he played a game and just got slaughtered. And basically Parcells was like, I told you.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to shut up about this now? It was the most gangster shit. I mean, Parcells was awesome, man. God, he was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was. I remember that. He was like, see, are we done talking about this? And like they didn't.
Should we do another one? You want to do another one?
Yeah.
We'll do one more. Sticking in with the draft. We kind of already dabbled this a couple weeks ago, but wide receivers in the draft. You got start bench cut. Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh, that's tough.
This ain't that hard, man.
Wow. Let's hear it then, Cobe.
I mean, to me, which it sucks to say because I think he's a stud too. Cut Rome. I don't know. Cut Rome. Me personally. Cut Rome. Bench Marvin, but I'd still have him play sometimes. Start
Neighbors.
Yeah.
That's how I am too. I'm that same. I like Neighbors, man. I do.
But I think Rome is gonna be a great pro.
He's gonna be a sleeper, bro. I'm telling y'all, y'all are sleeping.
But he's not a sleeper. He's gonna be a first round pick.
Well, not a sleeper, but I'm just saying, like, out of the he's not gonna be first out of all those guys. Like, and I think he has the potential.
Might be second,
dude. You put him in any other draft, and he's gonna be the first wide receiver. He's just in a stacked draft. So
I'm taking Rome. I'm starting Rome.
It's insane how stacked it is.
I don't even care. I'm starting Rome. I don't like Marvin Harrison. He's cut. I'm benching Neighbors. Start Rome. Bench Neighbors. Cut.
But you just don't like Marvin Harrison just because.
What? And he doesn't do it. He doesn't show anything. What pro day has he gone to? What anything? Like,
why does he need to go watch the film?
Okay, that's fine.
We can go run around in our underwear all day. Go look at my fucking tape.
I'll see. He lost to Michigan a couple times. That's what I'll see.
He's one player, dude.
That's what I'll see.
He's one guy
by Michigan.
To the guy JJ that you're saying you don't know about, right?
I'll see the Michigan DBs lock him down. So,
bro, and the thing is too with this wide receiver draft class, like they're all like big dudes, like big boys.
Yeah, they're big bodies.
They're all over 200 pounds. Besides Worthy, 172. Every other wide receiver, like highly ranked, is over 200 pounds. And are all 6'3" or above. Besides Neighbors, is 6 foot.
Worthy's not 6 foot.
And Worthy, of course, but yeah.
The
rest of them,
Rome is 6'3".
6'3", 215.
He's a big kid.
Really, I did not know that.
Marvin's 6'4", 205.
I think Marvin's going to be a beast.
Brian,
I think he's already a pro right here.
He's a lot.
The only way I don't see Mitchell going to the Bills is if Brian Thomas falls to the Bills. Because I mean he's 6'4", 205, literally identical to Mitchell.
Dude, you can't forget about him either, man.
Yeah.
He's a stat class.
He's ranked 18 player wise. Mitchell's ranked 24. Wow. 6'4", 196. And then they have Ladd McConkey ranked.
Dude, he's cold. I like him though.
6 foot 185.
Ladd is that dude who it seems like every year there's that. It's like Cooper Cup. Well, it's that dude who you know he's gonna be good, but you also know he's not gonna get drafted that high. I don't get why there's always those players who you know they're gonna be good. 100%.
Some of these
'Cause he's
receivers
white.
who are going to be drafted in the second round are going to be good. They're going to turn
Oh,
out
yeah.
good too.
I did want to ask y'all this. Who's y'all's like after first round sleeper? Like who's a wide receiver that y'all like that excluding Worthy and excluding Mitchell? Because they could go second, maybe, but
I
Yeah.
like Keon Coleman.
dude, my boy. He
6'4", 15.
he is gonna be that kid that in 2 years people say shit like, how did he fall?
He's
Yeah.
ranked 45th, and then
That's
46 is Javion Baker, the UCF wide receiver. But 48th is Troy Franklin, Oregon. I think he's going to be good. And then 54th is the other Washington guy, Jalen McMillian.
That was who was going to be my sleeper, the other Washington guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
he was good.
Jalen Polk, the other Washington receiver, 61.
That's my sleeper right there.
Yeah.
Polk is a
Polk,
stud, man.
yeah.
No, there's some wide receivers, and then you got like Anaya Smith from A&M. You got like Roman Wilson from Michigan. Like these are like third round dudes, probably maybe late second. Or like Jermaine Burton from Bama, Johnny Wilson from Florida State. That dude's massive.
He's big.
He's ranked 123. Like,
is he really that far down?
That's a third rounder right there. But yeah.
And then there'll be some kid from nowhere state that'll be, a dog in the 6th round.
Always
Antonio
is.
Brown type.
Always is.
Yeah, but I'll probably go the same. I'll probably start Marvin. Yeah, just think you have to, but the seat's hot for fuck, what's his name? I just forgot his name.
Neighbors
On the bench. It's ready to go, and then
yeah.
I mean,
I'm the only one not cutting on Dunze. That's crazy.
Sadly, you have to cut a Dunze.
Sadly, right.
Marvin Harrison, I think he's going to be good though, man.
Dude,
he's been a pro since he was.
But
10.
those three are hard to choose from though. Like those are like all those guys are dogs, So
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not apparently according to you. You don't like.
I'm not saying they're dog, but I would take
bench press.
I would take Rome and Neighbors over Harrison personally, but that's just me.
Not many people are.
I'm also not an NFL GM, so good thing I'm not, right? So
his dad is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. So he was around the game, and he's just that dude. He's 6'4", 205, and can fucking fly. Like,
and one of the greatest murderers of all time. But that's a story for another day. We'll talk about off the air.
What?
Oh, we'll talk about it. His daddy don't play. His daddy does not play.
Marvin Harrison has killed people?
His dad's been in jail. Yeah.
I don't know if he's been in jail.
I thought he has been.
I don't know. Listen, there's a story. He's from Philadelphia. And there was this guy that got killed in Philadelphia after talking shit at his club that he had.
Oh, stop.
And that dude a guy walked up on him, blew his head off with a type of gun that Marvin Harrison, and it's some like old Sigler fucking German gun. And that not many guys are walking around with this gun.
What?
See, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know.
Why am I just now hearing about this?
Do your research. Just like when y'all were talking about Kobe, the real Kobe, the other time. Like, he's done some dirt too.
Hopefully YouTube still monetizes us after this chat, boys. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's why I said we can talk about it later. But y'all kept, just do your research.
Also, let's not forget, Ray Lewis killed a man.
Yeah, no, he didn't get out of the truck because Ray Lewis isn't the type of guy if his buddies were getting in a fight to get out of the car.
No. He's a great guy.
No, he's the type of guy that would just sit there and watch his buddies get in a fight without jumping in.
Yeah,
when he was drunk. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. No, he's not a dog. He's not gonna be the first one out. No.
Well,
but that's a different story. That's a story for another time.
last few minutes of any podcast.
We might have to
Pushing
cut
topic-
that part, you
Switching
know,
topics real quick.
because I'm not trying to get sued, Marvin. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. I know you don't talk.
Marvin, I love watching you play. Please don't kill me.
You ain't
okay?
gonna get nothing from me. Sorry.
Switching topics real quick. Who do we have in Final Four? I'm interested on who we think's winning those games going to Championship Sunday, March Madness. Who do we got?
I just gotta say it's impressive that NC State, both men and women, are there. I think that's awesome. I think
And UConn.
they win.
And
I think
UConn. It could be the first time since I don't even know. I saw it the other day. So, but it happened in D3 or D2. The same thing happened. Men's and women's won the national championship in basketball this year.
Wow.
So UConn or NC State can do it. Both of them.
UConn has the chance. I don't think
Purdue's
Oh,
winning it
UConn
all.
has the best chance for sure.
I think UConn wins. Men, well, I think they're just unstoppable. I mean, they're so damn good.
Go back to back.
Yeah,
So is South Carolina for the girls. I mean,
they're-
that's
Bro,
Dude, I saw-
did you see the other day?
they've
They're
won.
well, they haven't lost this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't.
That's
They haven't
insane.
lost. And they don't get like the first team All American came out, and they didn't have one player on there, by the way.
Really.
Damn.
But
Well, Caitlin is going to have to, if she can, because they would meet in the finals, right?
correct. Yeah.
So Caitlin's just going to have 2 of those games where she's scoring 45, and it would just be like destiny stuff.
It has to be
to
the
me,
LSU game.
or
With
They
next two.
plus more.
the more
yeah.
the more
I don't know.
impressive
LSU's pretty freaking good.
the
LSU
more
got some
impressive
dog.
has been is UConn. I didn't realize until I was watching the game the other night that they only play with 6 girls because the 4 other girls who usually play have been out like the whole second half of the season pretty much. Like they average for like 80 points a game, but these 4 girls combined.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's-
And like they're still there. It was insane. I was like, what?
Man, I have always wondered how that head coach would do if it was like men's. I've always had
the guy.
dude.
Yeah.
I've always wondered why. I'm sure he's gotten offers, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Didn't
But-
he coach the men Olympic team at one point?
I have no clue.
I don't know if it was, I mean, I know he coached the Olympic team. I don't know if it was the men's though. But that's all I
It
think.
might be Coach K.
I know he did, but I think Arieto or Army. Maybe I'm
Really?
mistaken. I might be mistaken.
I mean, he did at USA. I don't know if it was men's or women's though. But
More than likely the women, but
yeah, the thing I saw the other day was it was 2020 high school rankings, the top 5. It was like Paige Beckers, the girl at Stanford, Cameron Brink. Number 3 was Angel Reese. Number 4 was Caitlin Clark, and number 5 was the star at South Carolina. Talk about hitting on a recruiting ranking. All 5 of those stud, like all 5, like top 5 players in the nation.
Yeah.
Now Angel Reese went to, where'd she go out of high school? I want to say it was like Maryland or something, but that's where like
then
she
transferred to LSU. Is everybody about to leave LSU?
I think so.
Because Kim Mulkey and
I don't know, but
Angel Reese declared for the draft. I know that.
yeah,
this sounds like an awful
Drama.
thing to say,
Drama queen.
but I've never wanted to slap an old lady more in my life.
amen, brother.
I can
I don't know how she was a
every
coach. At
whistle, every whistle, anything, it pans to that coach, and she's scared. Like, bitch,
No,
shut up.
like-
Oh my God.
And you're an LSU person.
Baylor. If
Like you like LSU.
yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
right.
No, if you had no idea like who she was, you would think she'd coach at LSU her whole life. Like not Baylor. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and or even when the ball was still slippery or something, and Caitlin like gave it back to the ref, she
Oh,
was
yeah.
freaking out. I was like,
Yeah.
"What? Like, what is the big deal?"
Right.
She
Well,
saw the
like-
writing on the wall.
Yeah.
She saw that the GOAT is here to drain
Yeah.
threes, and
Yeah,
it was impressive.
I think I'm gonna go for men's UConn, and I'm gonna go NC State. I think they can beat Purdue. I think
I just think
the big man's gonna have a game for the big man.
No, he
I,
ain't.
I don't
I-
know.
I
If
think
he-
he's about to go
listen,
against the guy that's 7'3".
Yeah.
he's either gonna
Who's
have
been
a
dominating.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
He's amazing, dude.
he's either gonna have a plan for him and show him up, or he's just gonna get absolutely dominated by the Purdue guy, like bad and like embarrassing bad. It's gonna be one of the two. But the thing is with the Purdue guy, like he's dominating, but like all the NBA executives, all the mock drafts, like he's middle second to end of second round. Like he,
Which I don't understand.
because
They don't have big men anymore.
Yeah, well,
Like, there's not.
but like put him up against real big men, like that dude's getting bodied.
He's not
pushed
as
around,
athletic.
bullied.
Yeah.
He's
but
getting
he's
bullied.
still dropping 38,
Yeah, because
39.
he's not playing against other real big men anymore. Most colleges
Well,
don't have big men like that.
He's about to play against Shaq freaking Junior. So,
But how tall is that kid from NC State?
6'9".
He's like 6'9". Yeah. So that
6'8".
yeah, that's
why
those 5 inches.
that's why-
Because that dude's
that's why the
7'3".
NFL wants him be a
He's-
O lineman.
He's skilled, man. He's like Zach Randolph, dude. Just a dog, just skilled. Yeah.
Who do you think, Coop?
Zach Randolph. That's a blast from the past.
I'm taking Purdue to
Love
win it
Zach.
all.
Purdue?
I have Purdue. Yeah.
To win it all.
Mm,
Oh wow.
yeah.
I think for the girls, I mean, I think it'd be sick to see South Carolina just win it all, so you can like just for the undefeated sake of it.
Yeah.
Because like most, I mean, I don't.
UConn's done it. I'm sure UConn's done it.
I'm sure. I was about to say I don't. Besides that, like
I think they won like undefeated for like 3 years or something.
Yeah.
I believe it was like 90 plus wins straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
was
Yeah, I don't know
something like, wait, what?
what it is, because even in like OU softball last like domination the last they won it 3 years in a row now, 4 out of the last 5 or 4 out of the last 6, but like they've had 1 or 2 losses. Like last year they had 1 loss and won it all.
And with the girls, bro, I just like Clark's story. Like especially from last week, I like.
She was
I
trying
have
to.
so much more. I have so
She
much.
was trying to
more
go to
respect.
UConn. She was trying to go
Yeah,
to UConn.
yep, and they never gave her
They
nothing.
didn't hit her up because I mean they
Nope.
had Paige Beckers already number one
Well,
recruit.
Yeah,
What,
that's
what do you think about Angel Reese catching all this flack though?
I like how she is. She likes to play the victim all the time. She's about to go to the WNBA and suck ass.
I don't
very good.
see it that way, man. I
she's very
think a
good.
lot of it's bullying. I think
She puts
I
it on
know what you
herself.
mean. She talks trash but
She's
I
the one who
mean,
goes out
I
and
don't know.
posts all
I
that
think people
dumb
have came
shit.
down on her a lot harder than they should have.
I think to a degree, but she is the one at the end of the day who's out there posting all that dumb shit all the time. And
Yeah.
like, she was like how people was it like her sexuality or something, and like how they're bashing her for that. But like, she's the one who's posting freaking half, you know
Bro,
what out all the time.
all that shit is just shit. I think it comes down to she wants to talk all that shit and act hard, but as soon as they lose, then she wants to play the side. If they had won that game,
Should
we
not
wouldn't
said
have
that.
heard about her being sexualized.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have heard about all that. Nothing. Not anything about it. That's the thing about her that I can't stand is that's fine that you act that way when you're up, but don't flip the script and play victim. I can't stand that.
yeah, I agree.
Well,
Because if they had won, it'd be a completely different story.
oh yeah,
I'm just glad Mulkey lost.
Same. I can't stand her.
yeah. Well, real quick before we get out, little fast figuring out the 40 big series for the girls softball team this weekend at home in Austin. Coop, it's the matchup you've been waiting for. You've been talking about all year, man.
I'm ready.
Are you
It's
ready
gonna
for it?
happen. I went and watched OU play in person. Texas is hitting bombs. Texas is about to go hit bombs because they got them dogs. I don't know about y'all, but them Texas girls, they carry the sports. Texas girls carry every single sport at the University of Texas. And that's just how it is. And I'm okay with that. I'm a fan of the girls. Listen, they got the pitching. They got the hitters. It's OU's time. It's
So-
been a while.
They're
It's-
going to win the series. They're going to win 2 out of 3.
They're going to win this series. They're going to win in the Big 12 series, and then they're going to kick their ass again in the national championship.
That's what he's been saying.
I've been saying it from the start. We can go
Hey,
back
listen,
and clip
from-
it when it all happens, baby.
From the start, I was
Clip this.
from
gonna
the
happen.
from the start. I was agreeing with you, but recently, like the UT has been a little bit like hit or miss, like kind of cold. Lost the series against Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, yeah.
And OU.
Oklahoma State's good,
and
though.
recently,
Oklahoma State's
OU has been just raking. Like it was like 7 out of their 9 are hitting above 400 right now on the year.
But
Well,
like to who?
insane.
Like Baylor though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I mean, what do you? I mean,
They beat Baylor, you know? Like,
Yeah, but
in their
Cooper,
ranks.
don't forget that
Number 1.
they're about
I
to
would-
not to be. It's about to be flip flop after this, boys. 2 out of
Cade-
3.
Cade is an Oklahoma fan now, dude.
He
So
is.
don't.
No, I
Alright.
was just saying.
Oh,
I mean,
he is.
No,
definitely.
it's
No.
fine. No, listen. I
Boomer
get it.
Super.
But
I
their
get it.
softball team is very, very good.
No, they're good. They're good.
it's different.
And
It's
the only thing is, though, y'all are forgetting who was the only team that beat them last year. Who's the only team?
Yeah, you can beat them once. You don't win the series though.
But listen.
And you don't beat them
That's good.
in every single
didn't-
time you
UT
play them
didn't
like
beat
It's
them
you
that
last year.
time, boys.
You didn't beat them last
Texas,
year.
it's
Coop,
been. Listen, no,
Coop,
it is
they
that time.
Coop, they didn't beat them last year. UT got swept.
UT beat them last year. Yes, they did.
Oh, you had one loss, and it was to Baylor, and it was
No,
non-con.
sir. No, sir.
You act like I don't go here.
Listen.
You act like his
Fact-checking.
girl doesn't watch softball.
Yeah,
No. They fact check it.
Fact check
Hey,
right
I am
now.
right now.
OU
I
had
am.
a loss against Texas last year. Fact check it.
I'm putting my life savings on Cade. Honest to God.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm all
oh,
okay.
you're all
Yeah.
losing.
100%.
No.
100%.
You're all losing. What was it?
Coop, listen, I'm pulling it up right now. They had one loss last year, Coop.
No. Listen.
He said,
They
"No,
lost
I
to
don't.
Texas
I don't
last year
care
in
what the
one of the
website
games.
says."
Y'all are crazy.
It's loading.
They lost to
Hey.
Texas at least one game last year.
Hey, man, I was gonna ask y'all how do I get a background on my computer?
You're gonna be
I don't
big
know,
boy
Grandpa.
2.0.
We'll talk to you about that after the podcast. Let's not. The people ain't worried about that.
No, but hey, listen, I've been saying it. I'm going to stick with it. They're beating them here. They're beating them in the Big 12 for the last time. They're in the Big 12, and then they're obviously the best 2 teams.
So,
in the
Cade,
nation.
what's
So-
the verdict?
I'm
Yeah,
about to-
so-
I'm about to
so-
do it on the computer screen.
Oh, he's about. This is gonna be
Don't
embarrassing.
be showing your history there.
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on.
This is gonna be
I could have
bad.
sworn that Texas beat
Look,
OU
last year,
once
can you
last
see?
year.
Can you see this record?
No, I
30,
can't.
48 and 1.
61-1.
Oh, 60.
What the?
Okay, let's see. Here we go. It's going to be early. Look, here's the one loss right here. Non-con against Baylor. They lost 3-4.
Wait, I
Texas
thought
series.
is Baylor and OU.
Yeah, why isn't that a conference game?
Yeah.
because it was like a turn. They played him in like a
Oh, a
tournament.
tournament.
Yeah,
Oh.
for whatever
Okay,
reason.
so wait, so
But
hold
because then look, whenever they played him in conference, Coop, look, here it is, conference Texas. OU won 8-1, 4-3, and 10-2 run rule last year.
I'm not saying conference though.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying at
I'm
least
getting there.
one of the.
Okay.
What about the Natty? Did they sweep him in the Natty?
Big 12 softball championship. OU beat Texas 6-1 in the championship.
Did they sweep him in the national championship?
They didn't. Texas didn't make
They
that.
lost one game.
Texas
Okay,
didn't-
so I guess I'm thinking
This
of
is getting
when was the year they played? When was the year they played in the national championship?
1987.
No,
And, yeah.
no, they both played. They just listen. Time out. No, I'm about to get mad. No, listen. When did they play in the national championship against each other?
1935.
No,
Cooper.
it was either
Yeah.
last year or the year.
It wasn't
before.
last year.
Oh,
Last
Pamela
so-
White Shoes Johnson was on the
So
mound.
I'm
and
thinking
she
of the year before. I'm thinking of the year before last year when they both went to the national championship and
Here-
Texas was
here-
their only loss.
Here's old Shoelace Johnson on the mound here, and here's
they were
old-
smoking Pall Malls while they were pitching.
No, I guess I'm thinking of the year before of when they both went to when they both went to the Natty and they faced each other.
Okay, you're right, Coop. Well, let's go Horns.
Yeah,
Let's go beat them sooner.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We'll see.
We will.
We'll see.
Hey, I hope you're right, buddy. I root for the Horns, but
Let's go.
that's a tall task.
I don't watch
61 is
softball.
insane.
No.
I don't watch softball, but 61-1 makes me scared. Honestly,
Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But
That's
watch.
insane.
It's their time. It's just like the Chiefs. Tick tock, tick tock.
What-
It's coming. It's
what
coming.
was
I want to say that because they won. So
Yeah,
Hey,
just won the
But it's
Super
coming.
Bowl.
It's
so,
coming
yeah.
this year though, because the Houston mother freaking Texans are kicking their ass in the NFC Championship this year. So
all right, Coop. You obviously are wrong about a lot, so I'm gonna need you to be quiet right now. 'Cause
Oh, I'm gonna throw the real jinx on you when I get on here with that Texans hat. You're gonna be like, "Damn, it's over."
yeah, no, big boy, you're not wearing that, bro. We don't got time for that.
well,
you do that, and I'm screenshot and I'm posting that. I'm
Cool.
posting you.
Don't
you
care.
and-
What are you gonna send it to Jerry? What do I care? You're gonna hurt my feelings?
I would never even touch a Cowboys. Fuck, you're
Oh
disgusting.
no, I won't. I'm a true fan. Who gives a fuck? Ain't none of them paying me. Shit, fuck them all.
to close it out real quick, we may see Texas at this baseball may not make it fucking regional at this point.
But aren't they only like 2 games back?
They're tied for second in Big 12 because the Big
Yeah.
12 is weird. But
Big 12 is weird this year.
I was looking to see who they're playing this weekend, and they're playing BYU, so I forgot they're playing tonight. They're losing 6-2 against BYU.
Hey, that coach is on the hot seat. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. We may see him get fired mid-season.
I don't know. But the CDC ain't doing that.
Mid-season, and then Steve Rodriguez, old Baylor coach, is going to take over.
And then your boy from McClendon can go to Baylor. You know what I'm saying?
No, Troy.
Be awesome.
No, hired Troy Tulo.
Mhm.
Hired Tulo, head coach.
Yeah.
Troy Lewinsky?
Well, he's on the staff right now. Apparently, he ain't doing.
Yeah,
Where at?
He's at UT.
Y'all got Troy on the UT staff?
Listen, he was there 2 years ago when they were awesome, and then last year he wasn't. He left and just, I guess, chilled with his family, and then came back this year.
Real quick, so I don't look like a dumbass. Here we go. Here's the last one. Okay, that was not last year, but the year before. Texas won 4-2. Okay, I was thinking of the year before.
One game.
Yeah, and
Yes.
what?
Yes, one game.
Okay.
April 16th
So that
April
1986.
of 2022, boys.
So-
not
so
last
you're-
year, but
so
the year
he's
The
still
before.
day that we stormed the Normandy Beach.
so he's still wrong. He's still wrong
on
because
this
April
side.
because April 16th isn't even the World Series or the Big 12 tournament. That's just normal conference. So he's
No,
still
that's
wrong.
conference. I'm saying in the whole season. I'm saying in
Okay,
the
so
whole
we
season.
won. We beat him one time in the last 10 years. That's
In the
awesome.
that was 2
We're
years ago.
due. We're
That was
due.
2 years ago. Just wait. It's fine. This
We're due.
weekend's coming. We're good.
Hey,
We're
we
good.
gotta-
This weekend's coming.
Listen,
I hope
told-
so.
I told our UT softball player coming on. I said,
Oh yeah, she's coming on. We need to stop talking.
I'll read
Hey,
what I
she'll
said.
like me. She'll like me. Let's go. Run it up.
I'll read. I said, we would love for you to have you on the week after y'all win the series against OU. Is
Damn right.
what I texted her. So
Hey, I hope they do. I'm a Longhorn fan through and through. That's one thing you will never see me wear is a different school. I wear Iowa. I'd wear Iowa hat. I had one.
Yeah.
But besides that, no.
What now?
Kobe, you could be rocking that on Saturday. We need a
Oh, I'm-
selfie.
Well, rock the shit out of this.
Was that Popo's hat back when he was up
Oh,
there
yeah.
in Guthrie Center?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Back when he was doing pole vault. That's his old pole vault hat.
All right, boys.
Good one.
That was a good one.
Hey, real quick. I got one last thing. The draft starts Thursday, April 25th.
We're doing a live show.
Texans unveil
Unveiled.
their new uniforms on the 23rd. So
There you go.
And we'll-
April 23rd.
You gonna give me one of those baby blue jerseys?
You're boy. I'm buying all of us one. You're crazy. What do you think?
Let's go.
Hey, I hope they do, man. That's
that.
gonna look so clean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Follow the socials. Maybe see, and y'all want to know one thing is I always tag Kobe on the stories when Paul gets posted in the clips. And
Never repost.
one time has this man reposted his.
He doesn't care.
I just want to throw that out there. Just throw it
He's
out.
just here
Damn,
for the
he's getting
clout.
called out.
He's
Cub.
just here for the
Hey,
clout.
I've been giving you the benefit of the doubt the whole year. I've been just waiting to see. No, not one.
So you couldn't wait till after the podcast was over to say that?
We're gonna call you out on the pod.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start reposting it then.
All right.
Shit.
And then maybe
Thank
your
you,
track
Cub.
guy will come on because they'll actually see that you.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, you
come
are on the
Oh
show.
wow, yeah.
Oh, they have 16 million followers. Freaking-
Oh wow, it's the greatest sports podcast ever. Okay, I'll join.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well,
One day.
And Marvin, I was just playing. But
Dude,
seriously,
I got
look it up.
shots fired for no reason.
But seriously, look it up.
that was random, man.
look it up.
That's every time I think about Marvin, that's what I think about.
Ring the bell. Follow
What?
the socials.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
Y'all tune in next week. Enjoy this episode. Tune in next week for our special guest coming up shortly after this. I haven't decided if I'm putting our roundtable chat in the full episode. If it's not in this full episode, there'll be a link below.
Check it out. It was a
Or
good
watch
one.
it by itself, depending on how
Shout
long.
out to all the female athletes out there, man. They're legit.
Go win the weekend. But till then, we will see you next week. Enjoy it next week. We'll have a little Masters preview. It's Masters weekend next week, and we gotta talk some golf next weekend. So it's Masters, Coop. It's Masters. Kobe, start studying up.
All I know is what's his name is the best golfer we've seen in a long time.
Scotty Scheffler. That's what your dad always texts me.
He's one of the greatest ever. He's so
Yep.
Welcome.
Well, we will break it down for you next week. Until then, peace.